Good morning and welcome to Leon County Today with Sheriff Walt McNeil. I'm Shonda Knight. Sheriff, you know, we've talked numerous times on our show about our reentry services and a lot of the things we're doing at our detention facility. This is another important add-on.
Oh, absolutely. We're trying to make sure that we give everyone that comes to our detention facility the very best opportunity to go back into our community and be gainfully engaged and working with our citizens and trying to make sure that we do everything we can to help. In some cases, that help means that we have to work with their families because they've got mental health issues, they've got health issues, and we have to deal with those as well in a humane way.
Right. And
so we're trying to set up and establish an environment where no matter what the circumstances are that our community is faced with, and for the most part, we're talking about our community, and a person comes to our care and custody, we have to do everything we can to quite honestly, just take care of that person. And part of that taking care of them is making sure that if they've got terminal illnesses, that we are there to provide the service we can. And quite honestly, you know this more than anybody else does, that we're like a hospital.
Yes.
And people do pass away in our custody and care.
Right.
And that becomes an alarm that occurs in the community about
Right.
someone passed away in our detention facility. But for us, sometimes it's predictable.
Right. And I want to dig into that a little bit because, you know, whenever we put those notices out, the death notifications, we do sometimes get citizens inquiring. But it is like a hospital in a lot of ways. A lot of the individuals who come in there have pre-existing medical issues. And so we're having to juggle a lot there.
Absolutely. And the fact is, we do have a professional hospital
Yes.
in our detention facility that we obviously we pay them to provide the service to provide, and we put that out on bid from time to time to make sure we got the very best in our community to service the persons that are in our custody and care.
And our friends from Big Bend Hospice are here with us today to talk about our new rollout that we are doing at the detention facility, and they are the best partner for this.
Oh, absolutely. I can't say enough about Big Bend Hospice and the impact they've had in our community in a general way, but now to speak specifically about how they're helping us in Leon County Sheriff's Office.
All right, well, we've got a lot to unpack with today's show, talking about the new expansion at the Leon County Detention Facility. So you want to stick around. Coming up after the break, law enforcement often focuses on security and safety and justice, but there are moments when compassion must take center stage. Stay tuned.
Good morning, this is Sergeant Sean Edwards with the Leon County Sheriff's Office Recruiting Unit, and this is your Safety Tip Tuesday.
Hurricane season has begun. If you have not made an evacuation plan, now is the time to do so. Discuss with your family meeting points both within your neighborhood and outside of it. This is crucial if family members get separated during an evacuation. Account for the needs of family members with special requirements, such as medications, mobility issues, or dietary restrictions. Do not forget to include your pets into your evacuation plans. Don't forget to pack food, medicine, and other necessities for your pets. Try to regularly monitor weather updates through local news, the radio, or weather apps.
And that was your Safety Tip. Have a nice day.
A 19-second conversation with a stranger online can put your child in danger of being exploited or abused.
Talking to kids about online safety can protect us for a lifetime. Don't wait. Talk to us today.
The drug landscape has changed. Illegal fentanyl has made its way into the drug supply. And it's a danger you might not see coming. A synthetic opioid up to 50 times stronger than heroin. up to 100 times stronger than morphine. It only takes the tiniest amount to cause a fatal overdose. A fraction of a raindrop, or 3 grains of salt. Your drugs don't come with an ingredients list. Although fentanyl is being mixed into almost every kind of drug, you wouldn't be able to see it, or smell it, or taste it. Fentanyl is one of the most common drugs involved in overdose deaths. Know the dangers. Learn the facts about fentanyl and ways to protect yourself at cdc.gov/stop-overdose.
Welcome back. Today, the Leon County Detention Facility just opened a new hospice room designed to bring dignity and peace to inmates facing end-of-life journeys. Joining us now is Craig Carroll, our chief in our detention facility. Craig, talk about this new application we've got in our detention facility in terms of this hospice room.
Okay, so basically we've got a room that we have created there that mirrors a hospice room over with Big Bend Hospice. It's not set up like a general cell. It has a lot better look to it. It kind of has a not what I would consider a prison type look to it.
Okay. What inspired this to come about? Was there some issue or problem? What inspired us to do this?
No, we're always looking to better our operations of our detention facility, and sometimes that research leads us to do something that different outside of the box. And end of life is something that we generally don't deal a lot with in corrections. So that inspired us to reach out to Big Bend Hospice and coordinate with them to develop this room and also to create a partnership for the care for those that will be using it.
You know, this is sort of out of the box. This is new. There are not many agencies I know of that's doing this. Why is it so important that we embrace this notion of a hospice care for our inmates?
Well, if you ask anybody that is in corrections, they're going to tell you our responsibility is care, custody, and control. Well, custody and control is easily defined, where care is something that is based on the individual needs of that person. And then even though an individual is incarcerated in our facility, they deserve dignity, respect, and the care and comfort during those final days.
Now, what is it about these hospice inmates that's different from the regular inmates who are there in our custody and control?
So they've reached a point due to medical reasons where they're facing an end-of-life decision, and their care is going to be handled a little bit differently than everyone else. They're not as mobile. They require a little bit more medical needs. This room is housed right dead in the center of our medical unit so that they have access to those needs. And Big Bend Hospice will assist us with many of those needs.
What's been the reaction from the staff who's having to staff this position? Are they receptive to what's taking place?
They're very receptive to it. They're inspired. Our officers care about our inmates, and they look forward to being able to provide something that's going to be beyond what they normally do.
Yeah, Craig, one of the major parts of this obviously is the folks inside adopting this way of doing business. What do you say about our community? What do you think the community's reaction to this is going to be, and have you heard anything already from our community?
Well, the inmates that we have in our facility, they're family members of the community, and the way that we take care of them represents, you know, their family members and how we are handling their family members. So this is really going to be a really good thing for us. When the community sees this and they know that we're taking this much care of their family members, I think it's going to be a really good benefit to us.
You know, one of the things we talk about, as you know, is being all in. With everything we do, we try to make sure that the community is engaged with us. And so what do you think about how would the community respond to our efforts? Now, some will say cuddling criminals, and some may have a different perspective. What do you believe is taking place out there in our community?
I believe that they perceive us as doing a good job, and like I said a little earlier, because these inmates that are in our facility are part of our community, brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers, those kind of things, they're not going to think that we're coddling. We're taking care of their family members.
Well, Chief, I want to thank you first and foremost for the great work you do and the staff we have there. They go above and beyond trying to make sure that we take care of people in our care, custody, and control. And I've been delighted just to have the opportunity to work with you all and to make sure we get that message out to our community. So thank you so very much. Coming up, next we'll talk with the Executive Director of the Big Bend Hospice about partnerships and the importance of hospice care in our community. Stay tuned.
Human trafficking is slavery.
And it happens all over America.
Any child, any woman, any man could potentially become a victim of human trafficking.
I am a victim of labor trafficking.
I was a victim of child sex trafficking, but now I own my body.
Human trafficking is any kind of forced labor.
It can happen to anybody.
I am a mother.
I am an author.
I am a son.
I'm an advocate.
I am an educator.
I'm a sister.
I am a brother.
I'm so much more than what happened to me. I am strong.
I am brave.
I am outspoken.
I am compassionate.
I am a survivor.
I'm a survivor.
I am a survivor.
I am a survivor.
I am a survivor.
I am a survivor of human trafficking.
An email from the post office? How do they even know my email address?
They don't. This is a bogus email sent by scammers that looks like it is coming from the Postal Service, or even the Postmaster General himself. The email contains fraudulent information about an attempted or intercepted package delivery, and provides a link to click on to find out when delivery is expected. But that click can activate a virus, which can steal personal information such as usernames, passwords, or financial account numbers stored on the computer or mobile devices. Here are some telltale signs that an email is bogus. It contains poor grammar or spelling errors. It states that immediate action must be taken or there'll be dire consequences. It requests personal information under the guise of reconfirming information. The Postal Service does not notify customers about package delivery attempts by email. If you receive such a message, don't open it. Instead, forward it to spam@uspis.gov and then delete the email.
At the Florida Sheriff's Association, we are able to serve our sheriffs and Floridians thanks to our member support. The FSA Member Perks program was created to give back to our members for all that they do. Members enjoy savings on restaurants, vacations, golf courses, car rentals, healthcare, movie tickets, theme parks, online shopping, and more. With over 300,000 offers, you'll always find ways to save. To learn more or to join the Florida Sheriff's Association, visit fsamemberperks.org.
A new, deeply meaningful addition to the Leon County Detention Facility, a hospice room created in partnership with Big Bend Hospice. Joining us now is Amanda Gustafson, Executive Director of Big Bend Hospice. Amanda, talk to us about why is this so important to have this hospice room in a detention facility setting, and what makes you all want to become part of that process?
Absolutely. So Big Bend Hospice is North Florida's only not-for-profit hospice and palliative care provider. Okay. And our mission is really to inspire hope for anyone, regardless of their ability to pay, regardless of who they are. And when we heard about this innovative approach to caring for the inmates, we jumped on it right away because we believe anybody has the right and we want to provide care to anybody regardless of who they are, and make sure that their end-of-life experience is meaningful regardless of who they are.
Yeah, we by the fact that we have had deaths in our detention facility, and many of the instances we can see when they come in that it's a real difficult situation. So we're delighted that to partner with you to make sure that we are trying to do the best we can for end-of-life situations. But talk about your mission in the community. How vital is that, and how supported are you with the things you're trying to do with Big Bend Hospice?
So the community is a very, very important part of Big Bend Hospice, and that makes us who we are. We've been in existence in this community for 43 years and have been providing hospice care, and actually we're one of the few founders of the hospice movement that started in the 1980s. And we've been able to care for the community for 43 years.
Wow, fantastic.
And we're very excited about the partnership with Leon County Sheriff's Department and what we can do to ensure everybody has access to hospice and palliative care medicine.
Now, does that cover your entire mission? What you've just talked about, is that the entire mission of Big Bend Hospice?
Yes, our mission is to provide hospice care and grief support following a death of a patient as well.
So what made you guys want to partner with, we're glad you did, no question about that, but why would you want to partner with the Leon County Sheriff's Office?
Well, I think it's part of our mission, it's part of the partnership with the community, and really making sure that everybody has the care and comfort at the end of life.
You know, we built this part of our detention facility specifically for end of life. But what is that, from your perspective to us, what does that mean, and what kind of message are we providing to the community out there about our concern for people at end of life?
Yeah, I think it's showing that you care about your inmates, and that they, no matter what has happened in their life, that they're still going to have that beautiful end of life experience. And when they come on to our service, you know, not only are we providing them medical care, but we're also providing them spiritual care. We're providing them therapy so that they can still have that end of life experience in a beautiful way, regardless what's happened in their past.
Yeah, we've got about a minute left, but talk to us about dying, end of life, and in a broader sense, why is it important to die with dignity? Why is it important to our entire community?
It's important because it matters, because no matter what, we want people to leave this world making sure they've made a difference in some way. You know, we want them to make sure that their pain is controlled, their symptoms are controlled, and that they're spiritually supported as well.
Amanda, if there's about 30 seconds, if someone out there right now would like to get in touch with you all, how would they do that?
Visit our website at bigbendhospice.org.
Well, thank you, Amanda. We really appreciate your partnership. Up next in our Deputy on Duty, how some inmates at the detention facility are finding spirituality on their road to reform. Stay tuned.
When it comes to vaping, the truth can get clouded. So let's make it clear. Vaping is not safe for youth.
Because vaping can put microscopic particles into your lungs.
And dangerous things like metals into your body.
And nicotine, which can harm a person's brain development through their mid-20s.
With appealing flavors, high nicotine levels, and lots of promotion on social media,
many kids think vaping is harmless, but it's not.
So talk to your kids about the risks of vaping.
Because when you talk, they hear you.
Hey everybody, it's gonna be just plain hot out there.
In 70-degree weather, it takes only minutes for the inside of your car to heat up like an oven. At 104 degrees, heat stroke begins, followed by loss of consciousness. Every year, almost 40 children die of heat stroke after being forgotten in a vehicle. A simple change in daily routine is often the cause. Look before you lock. Brought to you by Kids in Cars.
Another teenager, victim to fake pills. That smells like big crime that needs to be stopped. Before buying pills online, think about this. Should buying prescription pills be this easy? Did you know that fake prescription pills may contain fentanyl, and an amount small enough to fit on the tip of a pencil can be lethal? Before buying pills from social media, think again. Learn more at mcgruffpsa.org and go for real.
In this episode of Deputy on Duty, we focus on enhancing mental and spiritual well-being through the power of music and worship at the Leon County Detention Facility.
The musical enrichment program is one of our spiritual enrichment programs that we are providing for our inmates here at the Leon County Detention Facility.
This entire program was made possible through the support of detention facility employees and faith-based leaders in our community.
We had some staff that participated in the program. Some of our staff members are very well known in the faith-based community. We had Sergeant Donnie Jackson, who writes his own versions of hip-hop gospel. And we also had Deputy Wester. Andy Dawson was another one of our employees who participated. And it was good to see the sheriff, the undersheriff, and the chief of staff give encouraging words to the detainees.
The audience included Leon County Detention Facility staff, faith-based leaders, and incarcerated individuals united by worship and music.
Music is powerful, and it also, with that power, it helps us indicate action. We do certain things because of what we heard on a song. We feel certain ways about certain things because of the words that we hear.
For many, the program was deeply emotional and heartfelt.
When we sing music, we, especially spiritual music, we completely focus on something outside of ourselves and acknowledging the fact that there are better things coming, or being grateful for all the blessings we have are really the only ways to get through those difficult times.
Through this program, we aim to inspire and motivate change through worship.
The goal was to help motivate them and make them better than they were when they came in.
So if we can have events to help remind them that there's reasons to be hopeful, to be faithful, to encourage them, I think that's important. Because if you can touch them and help change their perspective at those moments carry over into their living areas and how they deal with each other.
With the program creating memorable moments, building trust and positive environments on a daily basis is essential to inspire meaningful change.
To do something that is positive, uplifting, and motivating to show those that are in our custody that we really do care about them, their mental well-being, their spiritual well-being. I want to be a part of that.
This is this type of event that coordinates the team concept, the all-in, to help save lives and to help change our community for the better, is what it's about. And I've seen that every day since the event.
8 years ago, Sheriff McNeil envisioned this program, and this year it has finally become a reality.
We all were united. It didn't matter what walk of life we came from. It didn't matter what we were doing. We were united.
The program ended with an opportunity for the incarcerated individuals to voluntarily participate in baptism, with 8 women and 29 men choosing to dedicate their lives to God.
But through that act of submission that I want to publicly acknowledge that I want to change my life. And even though I'm in jail, I still can be a good person. There's still hope for me. They need hope. And that hope may change the way they behave.
For more information on how you can give back to your community, visit leoncountyso.com. For Leon County Today, I'm Giovanni Hampton.
A 19-second conversation with a stranger online can put your child in danger of being exploited or abused.
Talking to kids about online safety can protect us for a lifetime. Don't wait. Talk to us today.
Download the Leon County Sheriff's Office mobile app right now. Our mobile app makes it easier than ever to report a crime and get important safety alerts. And follow reported crimes in your neighborhood, all in one convenient location in the palm of your hands. Download LCSO Connect right now. It's free in the Apple App Store and Google Play by searching LCSO Connect. You can more details about the features of the app on our website, leoncountyso.com.
Welcome back to Leon County Today with Sheriff Walt McNeil. Sheriff, you and I both got a chance to attend the services that happened over at our detention facility. I was certainly moved.
I tell you, one of the things we're trying to do is to reach our inmates any way we can. And that spiritual encounter that they had from all denominations, quite honestly, were offered to be there. But to see that kind of outpouring of people who, in some cases, lost hope, but in this particular case, they saw, I believe, a ray of sunshine. And hopefully that starts to turn their lives around. So we're going to follow up with that, obviously, and keep them in touch with some of the faith-based communities that are out there that are looking to engage with us. So I'm hopeful that our goal, again, is to get those persons back on track and back in our community being gainfully employed and out of our detention facility.
Right.
Out of our detention facility, absolutely out.
That is the key,
I got to say
sure.
that 3 or 4 times, out of our detention facility.
Yeah, and and I was really, this obviously is a volunteer. Anyone who wants to attend can, but it was a very popular event. I think there were people who were really looking forward to being a part of that.
And I was surprised too, our staff enjoyed it as well, and they're looking forward to the next one. So maybe we may have stumbled onto something.
We have indeed. All right. Well, we want to thank you all for joining us for this episode of Leon County Today. We'll see you back here next week.